Good morning, everybody. Welcome. Thank you so much for joining us at Mystic Fitness Outdoors and live stream. An announcement that we have these classes at 8 o'clock every week, outdoors and live stream, as well as on the weekends at 9 o'clock. We are having a 4 p.m. outdoors class on Saturday and a 6 p.m. on Wednesday night. So please join us. And there will be added classes and pop-up classes that are on the schedule. So please continue to check our schedule on a regular basis. For now, find a comfortable place wherever you are. And begin to simply settle into the ground. Allow the experience of earth to nourish your body. And invite the breath to elongate as you breathe in and breathe out. And as the change in season comes about, there's an opportunity to become more and more aware of what the changes in the weather, in the availability of light to resource from, and just kind of start to really tune into the body and what is happening within yourself. You know, things are changing moment to moment. And to simply tune in to ourselves and know of a few things that we can do to keep ourselves aware and centered. Can really help us in the next few months. One of my favorite things to resource from, as you know, is the earth. And another thing is the availability of light from the sun, and also via imagination, of imagining that light is literally shining in your heart. And you can begin with a simple visualization of a flame, candlelight, right there inside your heart. As you breathe in and breathe out, you can imagine the lit candle become brighter and brighter, but the flame itself is shining brighter right there inside your heart. Soften your belly and soften the legs and the shoulders. And allow the flame to expand, expand, expand as if it's becoming the sun itself, shining bright inside your heart. And let the light shining inside your heart allow for further expansiveness in the breath. further softening in the chest. And let the fire inside your chest burn bright. And imagine it actually expanding out of your heart center into the external world. So strong that it could even be felt by the other person 10 feet away from you. Together, taking a deep in-breath and letting it go. And slowly begin to move the body, to allow for the movement throughout the body, to soothe the body with some gentle stretches. Wherever you are, lying down or seated. And as you slowly make your way into seated position, roll over onto your side if you're lying down and press yourself up. And start to rub the palms together, preparing those hands, those palms. Feel the heat inside the palms as you place the palms inside your chest or on top of your chest or belly. And feel the heat from the palms go inward inside your chest and in your belly. And imagine the light from your hands seeping through, saturating the entire body. We are made of light. Opening the practice together with the sound of Om. Take a cleansing breath with a deep in-breath and an out-breath. Inhale. Om. Slowly take your time to expand the arms overhead. Make fists to circle wrists towards the right a few times and towards the left a few times. And gently make your way to a table pose. Separating your knees a little bit wider than table. Plant your left hand on the ground As you open up towards the right into a twist. And now start to circle that right arm around a bunch of times. If it's too much on your shoulder, use your elbow to lift upwards and around so that you're really just circling at your level. That circle could be tiny. At one point, expand the arm overhead again with a deep in-breath. On the out-breath, thread it through. Take it again with a deep in-breath as you open up. And thread it through. Let's do this 3 more times. Last time, inhale, expand. And exhale, thread and relax. Take any motions that you wish here with your tailbone rocking or activating the left hand into the ground further. Slowly release out of the stretch and bring yourself into some rocking motion side to side. Shift your hands forward a little bit and shift back and forth. Maybe finding some circular motions throughout the hips. Left and right, changing the rotation. And as you come back into table pose, keeping your knees separated, wider than stacked, plant your right hand on the ground and open up to the left, making some circular motions throughout your left arm, to your degree again. So it can literally look very tiny, or it can be super expansive, depending on what your shoulders are needing right now. One final expansion overhead, deep in breath. On the out breath, thread it through to the other side. And again, 4 more times. The last time, expand all the way, breath in, expand those fingertips. And on the out breath, thread through and relax. Returning back towards the center. Allow your body to kind of expand back into a child pose. Maybe your forearms come to the ground, your elbows. Maybe your chest remains higher. Or you can relax your head down, either onto your hands or onto the ground. And take this opportunity to resource from the ground once again by bringing awareness to the points of your body that are touching the ground. And bringing awareness to this beautiful gesture of surrender and bowing down to the earth. And in this pose, there's an opportunity to go a bit further inwards there's the opportunity to actually feel yourself in the most authentic way. This entire life experience the universe within. Deep inhale together. And on the out breath, slowly return to your table pose. We're going to prepare to find some leg extensions back. And what I recommend is that you see if your body needs to stretch one leg at a time first, or if your body is able and comfortable with going into downward facing dog right away. So bring awareness to what your needs are, depending on the level of openness in the backs of the legs that's available to each body. And what I love most about this practice is the opportunity to discover each day at a time, and each moment that we practice, we can discover something new about the body, about what it needs. If we take an approach of not knowing and simple inquiry, what is it like to inquire into the body as we move? And what is it like to not know for sure anything? And this can be a deep challenge to the left hemisphere of the brain that likes logic and knowing. And shaking the head no and yes. Take your time to walk your feet forward into a forward fold. As you arrive in your forward fold, allow the entire experience of the fold to be comfortable. So some of us don't like to fold so deep right away, and some of us can go very deep and feel very comfortable. Right now I have a little bit of a tweak in my left hamstring. So I like to place my hands on my thighs when I first come into a forward fold. And then slowly start to kind of elongate each leg at a time and draw the hips upwards a little bit at a time. Taking it nice and slow so that I don't tweak my hamstring any further. Notice the effect of emptying out, like you can visualize your brain is emptying out. Do it. The thoughts will come back, don't worry. You can just let go for now. And slowly rise up a little bit at a time, maybe uncurling a little bit at a time. Take your time to bring the hands to the hips and rock the hips side to side and circle the hips around a little bit. Wonderful. As you arrive back into your Tadasana, ground down with your feet on the earth and expand your arms overhead with a deep inhale. On the exhale, find a side bend to the left and press your right hip to the right. And do that again on the other side. Notice how my arms are pretty far away from each other, allowing for space around the shoulders. Now take that into a twist to the left. Maybe that left arm releases down and goes behind the right hip. And then again to the other side. One more time. Wonderful. As you return back to center, hands at heart space. Find that core center and imagine this kind of something kind of pressing all the energy towards the center of your being, like your actual core center. And imagine this like bright white light or golden light stemming into your crown of the head, down through your center all the way down. And take the hands and reach them all the way up. Feel the energy of the hands and how this kind of imaginary light is entering your body as you bring the hands back down through the center into your heart and all the way down. This is your sovereign kind of center, this core center that you can come back to on a regular basis. What is your center? It's an energetic center. And from that place, take a deep in-breath and reach your arms overhead. On the out-breath, bring the palms back through your center into your heart as you bow forward, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, don't lose your center. Exhale, plant the palms down and step back to find your plank pose. Regain your center. Come back to that core center. Feel the activity in your core, now the physical center. Squeeze your glutes muscles and your legs. And press the floor away, pulling in towards the midline. Allow the heartbeat to be felt as you press the floor away. Take a deep in-breath. And on the out-breath, release the knees and lower down halfway and press back up. Again, inhale halfway, press back up. Do that 5 more times. And the fact that we're doing push-ups doesn't mean that we have to get like all unorganized in our heads. We're still in a meditative state. And this strength building that we're doing is actually pretty meditative. Stay aware of your own center. The calm breathing, and eventually lower all the way down to the ground, finding that nice elongated body on the earth and preparing for baby cobra. As you open your heart, draw the shoulders back, activate the shoelace sides of the feet on the ground, feel your strength in the upper back, feel your strength in your core, and let the hands ground at some point. This will allow you to kind of really engage the upper back and the core. Take a deep inhale. On the exhale, plant the palms back down. Press yourself back up to your down dog. Some of us will get there right away. Some of us will take table first. And now take some shifts back and forth, alternating between a plank and a downward facing dog. At some point, allow the knees to bend, look forward with an in-breath. On the out-breath, either walk or float forward, coming into a forward fold. As we rise this time, we'll keep a straight spine and activate the feet into the ground with a deep in-breath. On the out-breath, bring that light through the crown of the head into the heart. Find your center and bow from that center. Inhale, a half lift. Exhale, plant palm, step back, plank pose. Strong core connection as you press the floor away. We'll take the push-ups again with the knees down, or we'll simply come down for a Chaturanga Dandasana. See which one you prefer. Going into upward dog or a baby cobra once again. Inhale. With the exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in together and a breath out together. On the next in-breath, the right leg rises towards the sky. With the out-breath, the knee comes towards the chest. Inhale again as you elongate the right leg back. And exhale, knee to chest. Step forward for a runner lunge. The feet need to move. Some of us will have the feet in one line. Bring them into a hip distance apart. Hover in your runner lunge. And draw the fingertips back as you draw the crown of the head forward. And now I like to bend and extend through the front leg. You might release the fingertips to the ground as you do this, or you might bring one knee to the ground as you do this. If you have blocks, you can use them. And at some point, we'll come into a runner lunge hover again. Lift your chest a little bit higher and take that left wrist up and over the right thigh for a twist. Lift your chest as well. And as you activate arm against leg, open up through the right arm into a deeper twist. Take a deep in-breath and an out-breath. One more time. As you release the palms together again, lift yourself up into a crescent, and then bring the hands and interlace them behind the back, opening up through the heart. As you bend the back knee, tuck the pelvis under. Notice if the feet need to be readjusted. Notice if there's any rotational motions that need to happen anywhere. And breathe in and out. Finding the center once again, in breath. And now taking that back foot, drawing the back heel down for a warrior one, either keeping the hands interlaced or placing them on top of the sacrum. Bow forward into a humble warrior. If the arms are together, they can reach further back and up. If not, you can maintain a little bit of a hover. One more in-breath and sigh it out. As we rise back up into your warrior one, take the arms and draw them into goal post. And now press the chest forward and up to open your heart back up. Take it in, and now squeezing those shoulder blades muscles. Imagining you're doing a cobra, a baby cobra, but standing up. One more inhale. On the exhale, palms come to heart space. Find your center. Bow forward. Plant your palms. And step back to come into a three-legged dog. The right leg extends all the way up and back. You circle the ankle around. Maybe dial the hip open, maybe not. And now as you square the hips with a deep in-breath, elongate the right leg. On the out-breath, bring the knee towards the chest. And slowly take your time to count for 5 and breathe. 4 and breathe. 3 and breathe. 2 and breathe. 1 and breathe. Dial the back heel down towards the right and extend the left leg to the right leg to the side into a side plank. As you activate that upper arm upwards a little bit more, pressing the floor away. Slowly return the left hand down. Right knee comes back to the chest. And you step back for plank pose. Take your time to lower down Chaturanga Dandasana. Maybe the knees come down first. Inhaling baby cobra or upward dog. And exhaling downward dog. Allow the activity in the neck to feel really, really relaxed now. Like you're not really trying to hold the head. Let it kind of relax. And slowly reach your left leg up towards the sky with a deep in-breath. On the out-breath, the knee comes towards the chest. Elongate, in-breath. Out-breath, step forward, runner lunge. Making your way into that runner lunge hover. And breathe. Allow yourselves to find your way into that twist to the left side this time. The right hand can come to the hip, drawing the left hip back, and just see if you can find that twist, twisting from the mid-back. So now some of us are going to be all the way down here and kind of losing the twist by getting into the shoulder more. I'd like you to really think about twisting from the rib cage area. You might even hold the rib cage and twist it. Using the activity in the right hand to press against the leg. Maybe reaching that left arm up. One more deep in breath. On the out breath, coming back to the center and rising to a crescent. Bend the back knee, tuck the pelvis under, squeeze your glutes a lot. Taking your hands again behind the back to open up through the chest. Accessing that inner light in the heart, that flame once again. Feel it bright as it shines through forward. And with each breath, let it burn brighter. As you prepare to come into your warrior one, take care your feet are still hip distance apart. And come into your humble warrior. Notice in your humble warrior, if your tendency is to press the hips to the opposite, kind of to like towards the left, and see if you can maintain that kind of bowing forward and the stacking of the joints. Rising back up into your warrior one, keep activating through the left leg. Take the arms all the way up and into goal post. And then notice how to open the heart, I'm not collapsing into my lower back, but rather I'm hinging forward slightly and then opening up from the upper back. So I'm not in my lower back, I'm in my upper back. Like a cobra. Open your heart. One more deep in breath. Palms come together to heart space. Feel your center. Ground it through and bow. Coming into your three-legged dog as you expand the left leg up and back. Breathe in and breathe out. Shift your weight forward into your plank, knee to the chest. Press the floor away, micro bend through the elbows. Feel the strength of your own core. Squeeze your right leg a lot. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dialing that right here to the left. Extend the left leg through into a side plank. One more in breath. On the out breath, release the right hand down. Step back into plank. Come on, down onto forearms. Tuck pelvis under, draw chest forward. Pull in towards the midline. Find the inner thighs and imagine energetically that they're pulling in and zipping through to the midline. Pull the navel in and up. Keep the crown of the head drawing forward. And breathe. Let the shake and the fire build. Notice your fire strengthening your body. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release your hips to the ground. Find Sphinx Pose. Allow the elbows to release down under the shoulders. Draw your chest forward and up. Either stay here or find that expansiveness into locust pose. Lifting the legs as well, drawing the arms apart. Notice the strength, notice the fire, notice the light. One more in breath. On the out breath, plant the palms back down and make your way back into downward dog. Feel the effect now of everything we've done on your downward facing dog. You might feel your back more elongated. And then eventually come on down onto your knees. And let's just take a little bit of time to relax through the wrists a little. So maybe taking your fingertips to face your knees as you slowly press back, stretching those forearms and those wrists. And then flipping the palms through, fingertips still facing the knees. And then the one single most beneficial things that you can do for your wrist is to actually shake them a little bit. Wonderful. Let's make our way into a standing position. Take your time to re-ground, lifting and separating your toes, finding the balls of the feet, and then lengthening the tailbone down, finding that center again, pulling energetically inwards towards your center. Palms can come to heart space. Regain your center. And you can take your hands up and down just to kind of draw that energetic line. I find it to be really helpful because you can energetically feel that point of center. And once you've found it, keep it at the heart. Keep the hands really active against one another. And maintain your center as you shift your weight into the right leg, bending the right knee a little, engaging your right glutes, and lifting your left knee off the ground. So I am mirroring to the live stream. Sorry, you guys, if I'm confusing the hell out of you. Yeah, everyone's doing something different. So let me do this one more time. Let me do it again. So we're going to shift the weight into the right leg and lift the left leg off the ground. You guys can just, yeah. And from this place, let yourself maintain your center. This is an exercise in balance, but it's also an exercise in maintaining this center of gravity towards the midline. So bend and extend, and then shift back and forth. And don't lose your center while you do that. You can do it really kind of slow. You can do it a little bit faster. And once you feel your own groundedness, awareness of earth, awareness of that energetic line of center, then from there make your way into your warrior 3 variation with the right knee still bent and left leg extended back. Now some of us might place the hands on top of the thigh to kind of make it even a stronger, more challenging pose, where the knee bends even more. 2 more breaths here. Stay with me. Stay active, pulling inwards towards that energetic line of center. And then slowly land the back foot. Dial it down to open up into warrior 2. And take your time to lift the arms overhead as you extend the leg. Deep in breath. And as you bend the knee, we extend the arms down. One last time. Good. Now I want you to bring your right hand to your right leg and shift over to the side, like you're coming into side angle, but your right hand is still on your thigh. And we'll start to circle that left arm around, all the way through and around. And at the same time, kind of curl the spine as you bend, and open up through the chest as you come on back up. And it's almost like you're letting that arm float flow through with the modulations of the spine. Do that one more time. And finally, rise up for triangle as you elongate the right leg, expanding through the left arm. Take a deep in-breath and a long out-breath. Good. Slowly make your way upwards. Take a wide-legged stance facing the side. And allow for the body to bow, coming into a forward fold. And now take some bending and extending on each side lunges. And now at some point within the side lunge, shift your hips over towards the right and place your right elbow on top of your right thigh again. Now, you can either stay here and take a twist towards the left, or you can release your right fingertips to the ground and take a twist. Takes that same twist. Yeah, you got it. Good. Now, come on back to center. Shift your weight to the other leg. Bring the left elbow on top of the left thigh. Either stay here and twist to the right, or bring your fingertips to the ground as you twist to the right. Now you're gonna come back to the right side and twist. And come back to the left side and twist. One more time on each side. Slowly release both hands down for a wide-legged fold. And walk your hands towards your right leg. Shifting your weight into balance on the right leg. Keeping the left knee maybe bent as you come into a little bit of a standing bent knee split. And now we're going to shift into a hop switch to the other leg. Maybe you make it into a little bit of a handstand before you land. Up and down, bending the right knee, grounding down strong into the left leg, palms come together, and you rise. We are in balance on the other side. Taking it in and out. Making this up and down motion, gaining your center again. You can even go like this. You can even take the entire energy inwards into your center. Move it up and down, feel it, and go back and forth. Stay grounded. You don't have to lose your center ever throughout the day, even with the storm of emotions yours or someone else's. At some point, coming into that warrior 3 variation, I like to bend the left knee and sink back like in a one-legged chair. Squeeze your left glute to make it even more active and stronger balance. And we will land. Land the right foot, dial it open, warrior 2. Expand arms apart, stretch them apart, make fists circle wrists. And with the left hand on the thigh, shift your weight into the left side. Expand the right arm up and start to circle that arm through and around, allowing the curling and uncurling of the upper body to happen. The next time that right arm goes all the way up, extend the left leg, bring the left fingertips to the shin, and open up for triangle. Notice if you're locking that left knee, micro bend it slightly. Did you lose your center or regain it? Pull inwards towards your heart, towards your core. And as you rise all the way up, facing the side once again, wide-legged forward fold, bow. Maybe this time you simply relax in a forward fold, or you take any variations that you wish. Two more breaths. Coming back to center, walk your hands towards your left leg. Runner lunge. Release the back knee down. And come into a seated position. Take your right leg and cross it up and over your left thigh. Either stay here or walk your left foot back towards you to go a little bit deeper in the stretch. If you need more, you might come into a double pigeon. If you need less, you might walk that left foot more forward. Take a deep breath in together, and a long breath out together. And now open up the crown of the head. Energetically, you might just imagine that the top of your head is opening up like a flower towards the sky, towards the sun. Or if you favor wine, you might imagine a wine glass opening up towards the sky, towards the sun. And invite the light from the sun in. And slowly releasing out of this, shaking up the leg and taking it to the other side. Remember to begin in a place where that foot is grounded enough and not causing any tension on the left hip, and adjusting accordingly. Maybe your body feels stiff and it feels better to kind of rock side to side a little. Now at the same time as you're opening yourself up to the light from the sun, imagine yourself growing roots underground. And it's kind of like a flower, like a plant. Its roots are down and the rest of it is up and rising, innocently being itself. One more in-breath. And on the out-breath, slowly release out of the stretch, making your way onto your backs. And as you arrive onto your back, there's the opportunity to come into a last posture of your choice. I like to come into a reclining twist sometimes, depending on what's going on, or into something else. And give yourself the opportunity to commune with the earth at a different level now. And this level of intimacy. It's like a long-lost home, a long-lost friend, long-lost mother. And once you've found some motions or stretches, let yourself come on down on the ground to once again a full final breath of surrender. Within this process of drinking in is an actual drinking in, recharging, resourcing, re-energizing. The body is getting stronger with light, with ground. What a gift. And as you remain reclined on the ground, find a sense of thanks to this gift. I call it grace. The privilege to have our basic needs met, that we are able to do this for ourselves. Grace. And this grace keeps on giving, because by recharging ourselves, we will be of service to those around us. And gently bring your hands to your heart space, honoring the gift and the gift of grace. And we'll close our practice with the sacred sound of Om. First, the cleansing breath. Inhale. And thank you for practicing with me today. The love within me bows to the love within you. Namaste.